Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? This your boy Marcus Elbow. Welcome to Elbow Media Studios iOS music app Spotlight. And if this is your first time, listen, man, go ahead on and hit that subscription button right now. Hit that notification bell because all we do over here is teach you how to become the best you could be at producing music and being a creator or anything else that you're trying to do. This is the place to be. So go ahead on and hit that sub button. And because all we do over here is keep it crunk, man. Let's go. Elbow Media Studio. Today's spotlighted app is going to be an app called MultiTrack Recorder, and this app is by 4PocketFX, and they've done a lot of different sound effects and different AUV3s, and you can actually use this as an AUV3, which is really cool about it. But what I really like about this application, and again, I say that in the beginning because I do kind of think it's cute. It reminds me of some of the older gear with the VU meters and things like that. But I like the aesthetics. It's a real simple app, and as you're about to get ready to find out, you only can do 8 tracks. It is a multi-track recorder. You can't use it in AUM. Most people kind of that's what they use it for. You can lay vocals in it, so it's just in case you want to maybe drop some vocals and use it in AUM. You could do that. But let's just go ahead on and look at this cool little app as a whole, okay? And it's been around for a while. It's not a new app, but you know how we do here at iOS Music Spotlight. We just try to talk about apps that either are new or old that people are really not really using, and we try to bring those apps back to life. Okay, so let's just take a look at what we got here. Okay, as you know, you already got your VU meters, and if we just start from the left here, you have your bus and your levels. You can actually got your input level, you have your output level. In this tempo and sync area, you got your metronome, you have your host sync. That's if you want to use something like AUM or something like that. You got your county and you got your remote. You got your tempo here, you have your level here. I guess it's for your tempo. Over here in this effects return, you can enable effects and things like that, reverb, delays. That's just some stuff you just get right off the muscle. Right here you have your little basic little 8-track mixer, and you can pop in from different tracks, and if you want to change this, you can just pop on that and you can actually look at some more detailed description of what you can do with that effect. But you can also change that by hitting this effects button here, and it'll give you some different options on what you kind of want to have in that section, you know, if you want to do something different besides just EQ. Okay, right here you have your audio pool, you have follow, you have select. Again, we just talked about the FX. You have your monitor just in case you're laying some vocals or you're trying to record. You have a song mode, and then you have a power button here. Okay, as we move down and we go across, you have your transport controls here, which is going to be your record, stop, play, and start from the beginning. You have your loop here. You have your undo here, cut, copy, paste, duplicate. You got your punch in and out. It's like I said, they are trying to, they're trying to do their DAW thing. This is a DAW. It's just a small DAW. You have your stereo here. You have your snap to beat. And then you also have your plus here if you want to do some different things like normalize, time, stretch, pitch shift, stuff like that. You can do that. And you have your help button just in case you want to try to find out how to work this app. But what do you need that for when you got me? All right. So, and down here at the bottom, this is going to be your arranger. So if we just scroll up, you'll see you have all of your 8 tracks here. You can scroll here, and of course this area here is going to be where you lay your track. So first thing we're going to do, we're not going to make a beat or anything like that. What we're going to do is we're going to see how easy it is to bring in some stems and start manipulating and working with this. Okay, so the way that you bring in stems, you got to go to the audio pool here. Okay, and once you go to audio pool, you can start actually putting in sounds, almost kind of like audio share. You can start bringing in sounds and doing things like that. You got your mix down and some other things you can do inside of this audio pool. But what we're going to do, we're going to go straight to the import. And once we go to import, I already got a file selection already ready to go. And this song here is called Miss Lady. I have 8 tracks. Remember, you can only use this. You can only use 8 tracks. But what's so cool about this is you can use it as AUV3. So if you're in something like AUM, you can use multiple instances of this track and really just go unlimited, whatever your iPad can handle. Okay, let's go ahead on and click on the first track. And what it's going to do is going to say import successfully. So now we have that track here. So if I want to bring that track in, all I have to do is highlight this first track by hitting the record, highlight that. And if I want to play it just to make sure something is there, I can hit the play button and I should be able to hear something. Right? So you just heard that. All I got to do now is insert clip. Just make sure that you hit this start from the beginning of your sequence, because if you do not do that, then it will drop it wherever your playhead is. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the insert. As you can see here, it went on ahead and it dropped that in. But one thing I want to ensure is we're gonna go ahead and undo what we just did. Okay, one thing I want to ensure, if we're going to be doing any loop recording, anything like that, if you drop a whole song in here, it doesn't really matter what your tempo is. But I already know the tempo for that is actually 93.2. So let me go ahead on and bring this back around. We'll just go, well, 92.3. I guess that'll work. So now I know that my tempo and everything is going to match. So if I want to do any looping, I can do that. Okay. So let's just go ahead and back to the auto pool. We're going to go ahead and take that track right there. We're going to go ahead and insert that clip. Make sure we hit that back. That clip is inserted. Now we're going to go back into import, and we're just going to continue to keep going, because remember, we have 8 tracks here. I'm just going to keep importing them one by one. Import. I'm going to go to 3. Import. I'm going to go to 4. Import, I'm going to go to 5. Import, I'm going to go to 6. And I'm just going to keep repeating this. Import, I'm going to go to 7. Import, I'm going to go to 8. Okay. Now that we have all our tracks in here, as you can see here, what's really cool, it will tell you which track is being used right there. Okay, so if we want to go ahead on and continue adding the rest of our tracks in, all we have to do is highlight it, and then all we got to do is go insert, and make sure we have the track that we want it to be inserted in, highlight it, and then hit insert. Highlight the next one and continue going on at that rate. Okay. All right, we're on the 5th one. We're going to go ahead and highlight that one. Make sure we're on the 5th one here. Incorporate that. We're on the 6th one here. Let's get that in. We're going 7 here. We got 7 there. We're going to go ahead on and import that. Insert, sorry. And then we got our last one, which is 8. We're going to insert that clip. Now we can go ahead and close this out. Okay. Now that track is ready to go. You know what I mean? So all we have to do is push play, and we should be able to hear it. All right, so now all we have to do now, let's go ahead and stop that, and let's just go ahead on and hit loop, right? And we're going to make sure we tell it where to loop. We're going to loop it right there at 5 bars. We're going to go ahead and hit that start from the front, and then we're going to push play. Perfect. Right? So what's really cool is, if we wanted to, we can go in here and highlight all of these, right? Looks like all of them are highlighted, and then we can just duplicate. And then let's just make sure that that loop, we'll take the loop off and make sure that that locks it in. There you go. So if we wanted to continue doing it that way, we can just keep hitting duplicate and just run it on down, right? And then we can start doing some of the normal stuff that we're normally used to doing with DAWs, is we can start breaking the track down. Let's see if we can go back to the front, and then we can start muting a few things here. Seems like our kick is up here at the top. Let's bring some of this stuff back in. And then we can go here and we can highlight these, and we can go ahead on and cut those. Start it from the beginning again. And then we can essentially start arranging our track from this point. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty cool little, little DAW, If if we want to start looking at some mixing and some of that stuff, I mean, the tracks sound pretty good, but we can start mixing a little bit though. Take a couple things out. Go ahead and cut those. What's really dope though is we can actually go in here and add some vocals as well if we wanted to. So this is a pretty cool device. And again, like I said before, you do have some options here. Like if we go ahead and hit that loop again, and if we want to go into track 8 here, which is right here, we can get some EQs going real quick. All we have to do is just highlight what we want to work with. And then I wish it would let you do it here, but it's not. You got to do it here, old school style. Let's go to track 7. Let's close this one, go to track 7, bring the EQ up, highlight what we want to work with. Bring some of the mids down. Just kill it over here. But yeah, as you can see right there, I mean, we can start manipulating a few things. We still got our ability to mix. We got our pan. Remember, if you want to change that, you go here, hit pan. I want to look at maybe doing some, like, let's just say if we wanted to put some reverb or something in there like that. Let me make sure this is a track. Yeah. So if I want to add some, some reverb or something like that in there, I could easily go here, enable it. As you can hear there, you start making those changes subtly, just some subtle changes right there. You enable it here. And I guess the only drawback to that is you're not going to be able to individually change each track themselves, from what I can tell. But you can actually go in and have almost like I guess they're saying it, just like an overall effect on that. Which is pretty cool. I like that. And what's really cool, let's see if we can get in here and work with this. I'm gonna bring it back here. Oh, that was kind of dope. That was cool. I like that right there. then kind of fade it back in a little bit. That's cool. Got some pretty cool options here. Let me hear that again. That'd be cool for vocals. And I guess if you stop it here, you can probably cut it there, but most likely it's probably going to cut the entire piece out. Let's just try it though. We can always undo it. Yep. Yeah, let's undo that cut. Yeah, so I guess some of the fine tuning and things like that, you would probably just have to break it down and move it around and do some things like that. But that's still pretty dope though. You also have a little zoom button over here, so you can actually get in there and really do some finer things. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool, man, for what it is, you know. Turn off some of those effects. Yeah, I think it's pretty dope. So I guess the question you're gonna ask yourself, you know, first let's just look at and I guess if you want to maybe do like a mix down or something, let me go ahead and stop this, start from the beginning. You can go here and then you can do an export mix down or whatever you're trying to do here. You can clear out. Tidy makes you clear all of this out so you can start over. So what I would do, if every time I start a song, I would clean everything out so that I can make sure I've got everything ready to go. And yeah, you can actually go ahead and export, or you can do a mix down. And I can mix down all the tracks, and it's performing that mix down. It says new clip was created with name, sound, SSO, blah, blah, blah. And then I guess we got to go try to figure out where that bad boy lives. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So yeah, man, that is pretty dope. Now, there are some different things down here that I had noticed I didn't really talk about. It looks like you can use some inner-app stuff. You know, you got your inner-app, and then you have your AUV3. Not sure if you can bring AUV3 stuff in. Not sure if we really want to talk about that. I did just do a mix down, so it's probably a folder somewhere that's going to have that beat ready to go. But yes, this is MultiTrack Recorder, and I had to do a spotlight on this because in my last stream I kind of butchered talking about this program, and that really wasn't fair to 4Pockets and what they're able to do with some of the stuff they're doing. This seemed like this was one of the first DAWs that came around, and I think it's still cool for what it can do. If you're an AUM user, you can easily drop some vocals into this thing, do some basic mixing, and then maybe have this sync in with AUM and then do some real cool things with it if you just really want to have some awesome things, man. Look, my name is Marcus Elbow. This has been Elbow Media Studios, and this has been the iOS music app Spotlight. I will catch y'all in the next video, all right? All right, man, y'all take care. Peace.